What's up, everybody? Tweeting and coming today. We got another One Piece video, One Piece card game video, and this time we're going to talk about op02 and the two decks that I'm most excited to play. And I've been having so much fun playing the One Piece card game. It's been a blast, and One Piece is my favorite anime, manga, and favorite story period in the history of stories and literature and anything that's been ever written. And the fact that it's a card game and it's a good and well-made card game so far, I'm having the time of my life, and it's really, really fun. But yeah, I mean, the pre-release is this weekend. I have a pre-release March 3rd. I have one March 4th, and I think March 6th. So I've got 3 pre-releases near me in my area, so that's really nice. So I should be getting the product a little bit early. Maybe I'll do a box opening of one of the booster boxes. I should be getting some on Saturday, hopefully. And Friday, next Friday, I should be getting some more booster boxes. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe a live stream of me opening those boxes or recording, whatever. Who knows? We'll figure it out once we get there. But if you guys can, do me a favor. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. You guys can help me out do that. If you guys can help me do that, that'd be really great. I really, really appreciate it. It's my goal this year is to get to 1,000. And, of course, I'm always going to have One Piece card game content. So, yeah, let's get to this. So, the first deck I want to talk about that I'm really excited to play is basically a red deck, Whitebeard, right? I mean, the most iconic character in One Piece history, probably.
One Piece wa実在する.
And the fact that this character is coming out in the game this early, of course they chose probably in my opinion, the best arc ever in One Piece, which is the Paramount War. And they made that entire set, and they're finally releasing Whitebeard is really, really exciting. And, I love that character a lot. So I cannot wait to play the deck. And I'm not a fan of playing red. Never have been a fan of playing red. Never will be a fan of playing red. I'm more of I like playing combo decks, like Law, Green, Red. Something like that. The decks that can just do a lot of stuff. Like red is just basically like straightforward, just attacking and all that, which is fine, right? But teach their own. Me, it's not my cup of tea. But with Whitebeard, I gotta say, he's different, right? And let's go over the leadership for a second. First of all, he's the first 6,000 attacker as a leader in the game, right? So he's built like a tank, right? He's just like, I'm 6,000 attack. You have to attack me. You have to put it on and basically go to town on me, right? You need to summon big bodies and hit me, and all that. And that's really interesting. I never thought they would take a character and put him at 6,000 power, but if they were going to do it, the character would be Whitebeard. And, yeah, let's just go over his leadership. And it's really simple. Add 1 card from the top of your life area to your hand. So every time I played against or with this deck, it's been basically like my hand size is so huge. Like by the time all my life is gone, and it's basically you're playing on like a timer. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to finish off your opponent before you get finished off, before they finish you off, right? And it's so thematic. I feel like it's so thematic for Whitebeard to be that way, right? Because if you remember the Paramount War, Whitebeard was just going to town beating everybody's butt, but he was sick and he was taking damage and he was just being this giant tank and he wasn't what he used to be. So it's so thematic, and I love that, and it's so interesting for a red deck to have that. Like I love how different that is, and that's what's going to get me to play this deck. And granted, this is the most optimal. I'm pretty sure the most optimal way to play this is with, Zoros and Nami's, whatever. But me, I kind of want to play with the Whitebeard Pirates and have a good time. And so far with this deck, it's been pretty good. There could be some improvements. I know improvements are on the way for op03. If you guys don't know, right now Whitebeard is cleaning up. But he got some much-needed buffs to the deck. He has Izo as a searcher. And then from there, there's Marco the Phoenix that came out as a 5 cost. And things like that. So the deck is just much more improved. But this is the deck I'm going to be rocking with. And just constantly playing, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll take it to a tournament in Chicago and just have a good time and just enjoy myself. Is it the most optimal? Probably not. But it's fun. And the deck is really, really fun. So this is the first deck that I'm really going to be playing a lot and just having a good time, right? And, of course, I have my Law deck that, I'm having a good time with as well. And that deck is just gets better. So let's talk about the second deck that really surprised me. And Ricky, I think a month ago, don't know who, in Japan, I think got top 4, top 8 with Z. And when I first saw Z, and Z is a character that is one of my favorites in the movies, and the film Z is really, really good. You know, he's got some iconic scenes in there, and you know, he's such a cool character, and I wish he were canon in the One Piece anime and manga, but he's not. But you know, Z's in the game now, and it's black purple, right? And I do love the combo. You know, I do love the combining colors and all that. I love playing those decks. Granted, you're always playing like a life down because you're bringing in another color to support. You know, like you're playing 2 different colors, so the penalty is you play your -1 life. But I've been playing Law for so long that the -1 life doesn't really affect me much. Granted, I mean, I wish I always had that extra life, but I feel like if these characters had that extra life, they'd just be too good, right? So let's go over Z's leadership. And I've been playing this deck a lot, and I've made a lot of changes to this deck. I think I'm going to go 2 7-cost kings instead of the 7 and the 6. I'll explain why in a minute. So Dawn -4. KOs up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. Now, the thing with black is they love to reduce the cost of characters and then get a KO, right? Which is a really unique and cool mechanic. I really like that. And that's what they do. So you combo this with purple, which purple is all about, you know, spending your Dawn and doing a cool thing, which in this one is KOing 3 or less. Is really cool. Now, the thing about this deck is, and I think people that play this right out the gate are going to struggle a little bit, because what you need to keep in mind is, I know this ability is very tempting to do once you get like 4 to 6 Dawn. You cannot pull off this ability, and this is just my opinion, you can't pull off this ability unless there's a situation where like you need to actually do this. But in my opinion, I don't activate his ability until I absolutely get 10 Dawn. You need 10 Dawn because you need as much Dawn as possible, because losing 4 Dawn is huge. If you go to 10, right, you get rid of 4, you're at 6. Next turn you get 2, you go to 8, and you can possibly go to 10 if you don't want to use Z's ability again, right? That's the whole point. You can't use the ability as much as you want to, which is good, actually. Like, you have to take your time, build your board, summon the 10-cost Kuzan, who's just absolutely nuts. Basically, all characters are -5, and he KOs the character with the cost of 0, right? So he summons, reduces the cost. That's the first thing that happens. And then now it's on play. He KOs that character, right? So the combo, what you really want to do is you want to wait till you get to 10 Dawn, right? And you want to have Kuzan out. Now, let's say, for example, there's a 9-cost on the board or a 10-cost on the board or something like that, right? And you're at 10 Dawn. The first thing you want to do is use Kuzan's ability. Kuzan, for a 9-cost, for example. Kuzan does the attack first, reduces the cost of the 9-cost down to 5, right? Because when he attacks, it's a -4 reduction to the cost. So once that happens, then you summon the 10-cost Kuzan, which will then KO that character, because what Kuzan's going to do is reduce you down to 0, because it's -5 to your cost, and then KO's like 0 cost or less. So that's how you kill those big bodies. And once you summon him, then, because everybody on the board is going to be -5 cost, then Z can start wiping the board, right? So what I did yesterday, and I played a game where this happened. This was really, really cool. I summoned Kuzan. I use Z's ability. I start KOing the board. Next thing you know, they summon, you know, playing against her, I forgot what happened, but basically they summon some more monsters, or I mean, more characters, whatever. Comes back to me. Now we're -5 cost across the board. Well, King's ability can KO 2 characters now, because now you go to 8 Dawn, right? So now, this, what King could do once the 10-cost Kuzan is out is effectively save you 2 Dawn and getting rid of 2 characters. Because what King does is KO a 3-cost or less, and then a 2-cost or less. With Kuzan's ability, he reduces everybody to -5, right? So if you think of a 6-cost, let's go to a 8-cost character, for example. They go down to 3. If you go down to a 7-cost character, they go down to 2. So King, 7-cost King, this is why I'm thinking of putting him up to 2. For 2 Dawn only, can KO 2 of those characters and clear the board and get rid of a character for you, and you can save doing Z's ability. So, which is really, really crazy. But the whole point is you can't do it until you summon the 10 cost Kuzan first. He's the one that gets the party going. And then you do your KOing and all that stuff. This deck is really fun to play. You don't have to play my build. I mean, if you want to optimize it however you want to, there's so many better builds out there that you can do. This is just me. This is my comfort level. This is what I like to play. But these two decks in OPO2 are probably the most... I've played these two, and I have the most fun with these decks, and they're absolutely amazing, right? They're absolutely amazing and really cool and really fun to play. But, yeah, that's it. That's it for me, guys. And I'll talk about some other decks that are interesting that I find. But these are the two most... This is the most fun I've had with OPO2. And there's a lot of cool stuff in OPO2. So, but yeah, guys, definitely let me know your thoughts down below. What decks do you like to play? What decks are you the most interested in playing in OPO2? And of course, like, dislike, comment down below, and give me all your thoughts and subscribe. Of course, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. You guys can help me out. That'd be really great. And I'll catch you on the next One Piece video. Maybe next time it's a box opening for OPO2. We'll see what happens. Take care, guys. Have a blessed day.